right. Shalom, shalom. I'd like to start off by saying Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Kol Haloyim La Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Chakadash. The belongings to the elders and apostles, great millstone who do well. Blessings and salutations to the hopeful elect that scattered abroad, the Akim and the Aquat that's listening in. Yahweh Ratazah, Lord willing that the lesson is edifying. It's the brother Shuab Mwan back at you with another lesson, and the title of this lesson is called Metapon. All right, which is going to be a quick little lesson. I just wanted to show this this video I found on Instagram. All right, to show you what Metapon is. All right, let me go into Revelations. Matter of fact, let me just play the video. Let me share. All right, so this is let's grab Revelations 13 and 14 and 13. All right. Yeah, 14. It says, and he deceived them that dwell on the earth by the means of those miracles. All right. Going into those miracles. All right. Basically going into the technology that this devil has. All right. He's able to deceive our people with constant technologies. All right. And here it is that the Lord will have something happen to a person, right, for judgment, and this devil tries to play the power of God, and he'll try to, basically make it seem like he has all the solutions for you. All right. Again, the Lord will put you through judgment, and let's just say you have one leg or something, and that's pretty much the Lord putting you through judgment. And here it is, Esau will come and tell you, I got a leg for you. I could put a leg on you, which that's basically a slap in the face to the Lord, man, because the Lord is judging that person for a reason, for something that he did in his past life, or maybe something that his parents did. All right. Whatever it is, it's still judgment. All right. So this devil's able to, brainwash you with his science, his pseudoscience, these different philosophies. All right, let me see what this word miracle goes into. Simeon. All right, and it goes into a sign, a MARK, a token. All right, this is how you know it's going to be an actual technology. Okay. It says that by which a person or a thing is distinguished from others and is known. And that's exactly what's going to happen, man. All right. Through that technology, those miracles that this devil has, the technology, you're going to be able to distinguish those that have the MARK and those that don't. All right. Because when you see that they're buying and selling, and they're partaking in the ways of societies, because they actually took that technology. All right. As opposed to those that don't take it, we're going to be on the run. We're going to be hiding out. We're going to be as pilgrims upon the earth, as the scriptures say. All right. So it says a sign, prodigy, portent. All right. Example, an unusual occurrence transcending the common course of nature. Ooh, yeah, because you're transcending the common course of nature. All right. They're trying to merge computer technology with man, which will be called what? Transhumanism. Okay. And the common course of nature is, human with a human, not a machine with an actual human, right? It says of signs portending remarkable events soon to happen, okay? What I'm going to show you right here is signs of portending remarkable events that are soon to happen, all right? Let's grab that real quick, this video that I wanted, okay? Check this out. Yeah, they ain't nothing but Esau. He froze that shit.
It still blows my mind that Yoshi here can control without moving any hand at all. It still blows my mind that Yoshi here is being controlled without moving any hand at all.
So basically, what that goes into is them having that Rice Krispie treat in the mind. All right, he doesn't have it in his right hand; he has it in his mind. Everything's connected to his brain to the point where he can actually play a video game, which they've been doing this shit. They've been doing this for like 2 years now. They had a monkey not too long ago that was playing a video game without a controller. They put a monkey, I think it was like a couple months, they kept putting the monkey in the room, playing with a controller, a video game, and then eventually, I guess the monkey ended up being adapted to it. He learned how to play the game because it was constantly done over and over, and then they took away the actual controller, and then they put RFID inside his mind, his brain, all right, and he was able to control everything by just his mind. Okay, so with that being said, when you go into, okay, let's grab that, which brothers and sisters already know that constantly watch, but you never know who's new watching. All right, when you go into Revelations, the 13th chapter, right, verse 16, and it says, and he calls it all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive M-A-R-K in their right hand or in their foreheads. Okay, which this is going to be a physical, okay, a physical M-A-R-K. You got people trying to deceive you, false prophets trying to tell you otherwise. All right, but those that are in the know and that have the spirit of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, we know that it's an actual physical M-A-R-K. When you go into that word M-A-R-K, we know that it goes into charagma, all right, charagma, all right, which means a stamp and imprinted M-A-R-K, all right, that's what it is. It's an imprint and a badge of servitude showing that you are down with Esau and not with Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. Basically a badge, like it says right here, a badge of followers of the anti-Hamashiach, antichrist, right? Which you got people that think that antichrist is just this one little baby that's born of the devil and he's gonna grow and he's gonna tell everybody how to move in society. That's not what it's talking about, because in the scriptures it tells you there are many. Okay, let's grab that in I think it's 2 John. 2 John, the first chapter, and it tells you, Salaki, hold on. No, it's in the first chapter. Oh, Salaki, it's in the second chapter. I'm not in it. Oh, come on. Let me just do this instead, because all right, so you got 1 John, it was in 1 John, Salakia, 1 John, the second chapter. It says, little children, it is the last time, as ye have heard, that anti-Hamashiach, antichrist shall come. Even now are there many antichrists. You see? So it's not one person that's going to come. Anti just simply means against. All right, Hamashiach means anointed. So that means you're against his anointed. Okay? Anybody that doesn't believe in the Lord, doesn't believe in the true names of the Lord, Yahweh, Yahweh Shai, you are anti-Hamashiach, man. You are an antichrist. All right? And anybody that follows this society is anti-Hamashiach, because this whole entire society is against the Lord, man. Okay? And we see it every single day by the wickedness that they show us, and they put on the TV, and you know, they constantly put in your mind. All right, it says, whereby we know that is the last time. All right, yeah, because now we're in a time where there's so many anti-Hamashiachs, man, that it can only tell you that we're in those last days, man, because nothing that's coming out of the minds of these people are righteous, right? It says, 1 John 2:22, it says, who is a liar but he that denieth that Yahweh Shai is the Hamashiach, that is the anointed? He is antichrist. You see? So if you don't believe in this, in the Father and the Son, you're an antichrist. You see? It says he is an antichrist that denieth the Father and the Son. Then it says, 1 John 4:3, it says, and every spirit that confesseth not that Yahushua Hamashiach is come in the flesh is not of God, and that is the spirit of the anti-Hamashiach, whereof ye have heard that it should come. And even now already is it in the world, you see? And it's been in here. It's been like that since Yahushua was on the scene, man. All right. When the Lord came on the scene, he was already preaching, the end already. He was telling you to repent, and our people didn't want to listen. Okay. As the scriptures tell you, right? Let me read this real quick. For many deceivers, 2 John 1:7, for many deceivers are entered into the world who confess not that Yahushua Hamashiach is come in the flesh. This is a deceiver and an antichrist. All right. And to prove that our people were even our people were not believers of the Lord. Ooh. All right. When you go to John, the first chapter, all right, it tells you that he came to his own, all right, and they received him not. Okay, let's grab it from here. This is John 1:6. It says, there was a man sent from Yahweh whose name was John. The same came for a witness, to bear witness of the light, that all men through him might be saved. All right, all Israelite men. All right, this truth is only for Israel. All right, this is Psalms 147 and 19. He showeth his word unto Jacob, his statutes and his judgments unto Israel. He has not dealt so with any nation, and as for his judgments, they have not known them. Praise ye the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. All right, Jacob is consisted of the 12 tribes. All right, going into the 12 tribes of Israel, so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native American Indians. All right, so it's telling you that he showeth his word unto Jacob. All right, he's only dealing with Jacob. Okay, matter of fact, it tells you that when Yahushua was born, he came to save his people from his sins, man, his people. All right, this is Romans 9:4, and it says, to who pertaineth the adoption, who are Israelites, to whom pertaineth the adoption, the glory, the covenants, and the giving of the law, and the service of Yahweh, and the promises, whose are the fathers, and of whom, as concerning the flesh, came Hamashiach, who is over all. Yahweh blessed forever. Amen. You see? So who's telling you who are the Israelites? All right, he's telling you that the Israelites are the only ones that can get the adoption. All right, they can get the glory, the covenants, and the giving of the law, and the service of Yahweh, and the promises. Okay, so only the Israelites can get that. No other nation could ever get that. Okay, so back to John 1. Okay, 1:6. There was a man sent from Yahweh whose name was John. The same came for a witness, to bear witness of the light, that all men through him might believe. All right. He was not that light, but was sent to bear witness of that light. That was the true light, which lighteth every man that cometh into the world. He was in the world. Here's the point. He was in the world, and the world was made by him, and the world knew him not. He came to his own. All right. He came to his own, and his own received him not. You see? So his own people didn't even receive him, man. All right. And these people were anti-Hamashiach, man. And these people are still here today. Because if you understand reincarnation, all right, you will eventually come back every 3-4 generations. All right. So that same spirit is here on earth today and always been here. Okay, this is why these people have to be taken out. Those are basically, as the scripture tell you, that's the multitude that was born in vain. All right, so the multitude that was born in vain has to perish, man. They have to learn by death and pain. All right, they have to be retaught. Okay, and how they're going to be retaught? They're going to come through the loins of the elect, the 1/3 that makes it and believes when they're in the kingdom. All right, we're gonna be making babies all day long, man. All those 2/3 that we lost on this side, we're gonna bring them back to our loins, man. All right, and they're gonna be what? They're gonna have the law, statutes, and commandments in their inward parts. Why? Because the Lord said that in the kingdom we would not go off anymore, man. We were going to have the law, statutes, and commandments in our inward parts. All right. So, you know, the wages of sin is death. So we're not going to, the only reason we die now is because we constantly sin. We go against the laws. But when the law, statutes, and commandments are in us, all right, there's going to be no messing up. Even the thought of folly, which is sin, is not even going to be in our mind, man. We're not even going to think wickedness if you wanted to. You see? So it says, but as many as received him, to them gave he the power to become the sons of Yahweh, even to them that believe on his name, which were born not of blood, nor of the will of the flesh, nor of the will of man, but of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. All right, going into, you know, basically those first fruits. Okay, so going back to Revelations, it's fucking cold as hell, you know. Going back to Revelations, all right. Where were we? Going into that MARK, the charagma. Excuse me. All right, which goes into a stamp or an imprint. Okay. It says of the mark stamped on the forehead or on the right hand as the badge of the followers of the anti-Hamashiach. Okay. It says thing carved, sculpture, graven work. Okay. Thing carved. When you go into thing carved, that's how you know it's going to be a physical. All right. Like it tells you here, it says a scratch or etching. Okay. Scratching of the surface, basically on the skin. Okay. And this devil wants to get into your skin, as it tells you in 2 Thessalonians, the 4th chapter. 2 Thessalonians, Salakia, the 2nd chapter, 2 and 4. All right. It says what? Who opposeth and exalted himself above all that is called God. You see? This devil, all his pride, he thinks that he's God, or that is worshipped. You see, he wants you to bow down to him and worship him. And how is he going to have you worship him the most? Is by the way of this Rice Krispie treat. Okay, that RFID, so that he as God, all right, he as power sitteth in the temple of God, all right, which we are the temple of the Lord, as the scriptures say. Okay. Showing himself that he is God, all right, showing himself that he is power. Okay, so how is he going to sit in the temple of the Lord? If we are the temple of the Lord, that means he will have to sit inside of our body, all right. And how is he going to sit in our body with that RFID subdermally under the skin? Okay, and what they're going to do is going to make that, they're going to continue to do what they've always done, that diligent search, continually keep making a search on our people. Now they want to tap into your thoughts. Now they want to tap into your God gene. They want to see your spirituality with Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. All right. Which mostly all of this is basically goes down to, they want to know if you really believe in the Lord, or you're going to have the white man as your power. All right. As your God. Okay. Anybody that takes that MARK, all right, there's no repentance of that. You are going to be destroyed with thermonuclear fire. Plain and simple. There's a special missile waiting for you with your name on it. Okay. So going back to Revelations 13 and 16, all right, going into that word MARK, all right, which is charagma. Point I brought it out was to show you that it's an actual physical MARK. All right, which this word charagma goes into karax. Okay, karax, which is a pale or stake. Okay, a palisade. All right, when you look at what they're using, okay, what they're using to put it into your body, it looks like a stake. All right, and it's also shaped in the way of a cross. Okay, and if you look at down here in the Strong's definition, all right, it tells you right here, it says, through the idea of scratching, a stake, palisade, rampart, military mound for circumvallation in a siege, a trench. All right, if you look at a trench, a military trench, basically it's like 2 mounds of dirt. 2 mounds of dirt, but in between those 2 mounds of dirt, it's an actual, it's a dip. That's the same thing that is going to be with this Rice Krispie treat. When they put it into your hand, all right, it's basically in there like like if it sits in a trench, okay. And it's funny because it says a military mound for circumvallation in a siege. All right, a siege goes into let me see if something comes up here. Let me go into it. A siege goes into a lockdown, okay, which that's what's going to happen pretty soon. There's going to be a lockdown, and when this lockdown comes, that's exactly what they're going to start bringing. All right, they're going to start bringing these Rice Krispie treats. All right, so going from there, all right, the word Karax goes into grapho, all right, which basically this is how you know that it's going to be an actual physical mark, because all the information and data that they're going to receive and pick up from it, all right. It says to write with reference to the form of letters. Okay, you no longer have to write on actual paper. Okay, you're gonna be able to write through your mind. You're gonna be able to transfer information just like you do with a phone now. All right. When you connect to a Bluetooth, you yourself are going to be connected to the system as a Bluetooth, and they're going to be able to Bluetooth whatever the hell they want to your ass. Right? It says to delineate or form letters on a tablet, parchment, paper, or other material. All right. When with the technology we have, you can pretty much form anything. Right? You can see how they do that AI bullshit today. They'll jump on AI and say make a picture of the Lord, and they'll draw all types of different crazy pictures for you. You know what I'm saying? It says to write with reference to the contents of the writing, to express in written characters. All right. It reminds me, when I hear that, it always reminds me of the Matrix, when you had the little letters trickling down on the computer and all that, you're expressing written characters. Okay. It says to commit to writing, things not to be forgotten. You see, everything is going to be recorded where you no longer will forget any of your information. Okay. It says write down, record. All right. Only technology can record. Okay. Yeah, we can record things in our mind. All right. But eventually, because we are flesh and human, we will forget certain things. Okay. It says, when you keep going, it says used of those things which stand written in the sacred books of the Old Testament. Right. It says, D, to write to one, example, by writing in a written epistle to give information and directions. All right. When you go into that RFID, it's consisted of four ingredients. I did a video like 2 years ago on it. Basically, it goes into like semiconductors. It goes into pharmaceutical, semiconductors. That third one goes into frequency, but I forgot the word that they used. And that fourth one was basically recording, something to record. And basically that's what it does. It's going to record your information. All right. You're going to be able to give information just like, when you Bluetooth something to someone now. All right. And it says directions. Okay. Which before I continue, it says the information that they pretty much record from you, all that information goes into a building called Super Building 666. All right, which is out there in Switzerland or Finland. I forgot where it's at exactly. All right, but it's basically the main domain to everything. When you deal with computers have a domain that pretty much they control everything where that domain is. So everything that you've been doing on your phone all your life pretty much has been recorded, all right, and sent to this Super Building 666. Okay, you could have you could have sent a whole dick pic to somebody. That shit is recorded. All you women that's out there showing off your bodies over and over, that shit is being recorded. Okay, this is how you have these hackers end up with your information and end up with your photos and your videos and all that, because they pretty much hack into that system. Okay. So it says to write to one, example, by writing in a written epistle to give information and directions. And when you go into directions, that goes into basically a GPS. Okay. See, you're going to be a live GPS when they put this RFID in you. They're going to be able to pinpoint where you're at all times. There is no hiding. You see, privacy is out of the fucking window, man. All right. And those that join the military, that's an automatic, that's a definite for you. In order for you to join these militaries nowadays, you have to take one of these things, man, because the first thing they're going to tell you is that they need to pinpoint where you're at all times. What about if we need to go find you and rescue you? What about if we need to send you here and send you there? It's all basically going back to a GPS. All right, showing you again that it's going to be a technology, a physical technology that's going to be put into your hand. All right, it says to fill with writing, to draw up in writing and compose. Okay, you compose everything now through your cell phone right now. All right, you're able to compose a whole fucking paragraph if you want to, and then you're able to send it to whoever you want. Same thing with this RFID. They're going to be able to compose whatever they want and send it to you directly. Okay. It says grapho. It says especially to write, figuratively to describe. Okay, yeah, because that's exactly what it's going to have. It's going to have all your data. It's going to describe who you are to the T. Oh, okay, this person has cancer. This person has this person has a blood problem. This person has whatever it is that you want to use. Okay, it's going to describe you to the T. It's going to have all your information you ever had, man. All your doctor's information, all your doctor's appointments that you have done. One of the main things they're using right now, they're trying to convince a lot of these lawyers to grab it because lawyers deal with so much information. Again, they don't want to forget these things. Like it tells you in B, to commit to writing things not to be forgotten. All right. Lawyers do the most writing, man. They have to write out a whole fucking page for you when you go to a lawyer, all right, of what's happening or what's the whole scenario about. Okay. So, you know, they've been trying to get those lawyers to stand on that basically because it's very useful to them. And that's how they're going to always push out these this Rice Krispie treat. They're going to push it out with convenience to our people. All right. And that's what's going to suck a lot of people in, the convenience of it, because our people fucking lazy as hell, man. So here it is. Esau will come and give you a whole technology that basically can make you more lazy. All right. And more dependable on it. You know what I'm saying? On the actual technology. You see, and this is why a lot of people gonna take it because they don't depend on Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shah. They depend on these technologies. All right, they see these new technologies coming out at all times, and they're just like, "Wow, it's beautiful, it's cool. Yeah, they look cool, it look good." All right, but not once do you ever question, "Damn, this shit weird as hell." They're about to merge me with technology. See, they're gonna take away these cell phones, man. Ain't gonna be no more cell phones. You are going to be the ultimate cell phone. Okay, you are going to be the ultimate computer. All right. And if they can hack a computer and they can hack a cell phone, they can hack your ass at any time. You see? So, all right, this is how you know that it's going to be actual physical mark. All right, going into technology because we are now in what you call the fourth industrial revolution of things, man. Everything is technology. Everything is smart this, smart that. Okay. So these are ways to break it down to know that it's an actual physical mark. Okay, so now that you understand that, okay, now let's go to that word forehead. All right, when you go into that word forehead, it goes into Metapon. Okay, foreheads. Right, it says Metapon. All right, the space between the eyes. The forehead, all right? So your space between your two eyes will be your forehead, okay? Now, when you go into that word Metapon, this is where you get the word meta, and this is where they get the technology and the idea of bringing you into the metaverse. When you saw that little child playing on here it is, he got a whole, he's pretty much, what's that shit called? Paralyzed from the neck down. He can't move, but he playing the whole entire game through his actual meta. All right, through his mind, okay, which they really want to put you in the actual metaverse where they got you with goggles on and you don't have to move from your house. You could go on vacation through your goggles. You know, you could go anywhere in the world through your goggles. That's them putting you as a whole robot, basically. Okay. So that word metapon goes into the word meta, which means with, after, or behind. So if metapon is the space between your eyes, which is your forehead, what is behind your forehead? Behind your forehead is your brain. You see, this is another way for us to show you that it's going to be physical, all right, that MARK, and it's going to be attached to you in your mind. The same thing with if you get it in your hand. All right, you got to understand, us humans is like we like one big ass frequency. We're like one big Bluetooth. Okay, when your neurotransmitters connect to this shit, man, it all connects together. All right, remember, he's been doing that diligent search forever. All right, and everything that they do is based on science, man. Okay, everything is based on philosophies. All right, educated guesses, and this is why they have to use our people. Okay, this is why you hear of kids coming up missing and adults coming up missing. What you think happens with these people, man? They get caught up and then they get sent to these places where they use them as guinea pigs, man. You see, use them as little tests. All right, and that's how they know that these things work. And they've been doing this. They've been doing it with dogs and cats and animals for quite some time. All right, but now they're gonna do it on you. All right. The simple fact that our people are fucking animals and act like animals and wild beasts. All right, that's why they're gonna end up basically marking your ass as a product of this society. You see, so that's pretty much the point. All right, it wasn't gonna be a long video. Probably went longer than what I had to. Yeah, 32 minutes. All right, it's just to shed the light on people of what's going on with this Karagma update. All right, they already got it in people, man. All right, and don't let Elon Musk fool you with the bullshit that they talk about. Oh, we got our first victim, and he successfully has worked out for him. No, they've been doing this shit already. They've been doing this since 2020, man. Putting it in. Remember, there's people that were going to take this without you even forcing it upon them. All right, when you go into that word 666. Slovakia 666, all right, goes into Chi-Phi stigma, all right, which that word stigma goes into. Let me grab it real quick. When you go into that word 603 score and 6, it goes into Chi right here, right? Chi. When you go into that word stigma, all right, Chi, size stigma, right? That word stigma goes into a MARK pricked in. You see, this is how you know it's a physical mark or branded upon the body. To ancient Oriental usage, slaves and soldiers bore the name or the stamp of their master. You see. This is going to show when you get this RFID that you are that you're under the master, you're under your master, which is Esau, right? And it says or commander branded or pricked, cut. You see, cut, physical cut into their bodies to indicate what master or general they belong to. Okay, and it says, and there were even some devotees who stamped themselves in this way with the token of their gods. You see, so there was people that just did it randomly, just did it just because they wanted to do it in the name of their god. Okay, that's why most of these Edomites out here, that your average Joe Schmo, all right, that doesn't know what the fuck going on, he's just gonna line up for that shit because he don't give a shit. All right, he'll just go with the flow. Okay, he'll do it for his little gods that he worships. Okay, but look at that. Stigma says incised or punched. Yeah, it's gonna be punched into your hand, man. With what? With that palisade, that stake. Okay. It says for recognition of ownership. Woo! It's for recognition of ownership to who? To Esau. That Esau owns you. You see? Pretty much Esau owns our people now. Right? That's why you have birth certificates. That's why you have a license, a social security card. All right, that's ownership. When your child is born, all right, yeah, the last name of the father goes on the paper, but who stamps that shit at the end? The state, because the state owns your child, man. You don't even own your child. Okay, the state owns it. All right, how much more now that they want to bring this technology? Okay, they're getting rid of the old world order and bringing in the new world order. Right, so it shows that you are owned by Esau. All right, and then it says example, figuratively, a scar of service. Woo! So it's showing you that it's to prove to the world, okay, I got a scar of service that my servitude is towards Esau. You see, I don't believe you. Okay, well, I got the mark to prove it. Okay, and that's why that MARK is going to be that mark to prove that you are owned by someone for you to be able to receive the benefits of the society. You won't be able to eat. You won't be able to sell, okay, unless you have that scar of service, okay? So let me play this video one more time, all right? Shit is out there already, man. Where the hell is he? Oh, there he goes.
It still blows my mind that Yoshi here has been controlled without moving any hand at all.
See what it is? Everything that people thought was bullshit is becoming your reality, man. Until that shit becomes mandatory. And when it finally does become mandatory, man, you're gonna be caught by surprise, man, because you didn't listen to the prophets when they were telling you these things were gonna happen, man. All right, let me end it with this. This is Revelations, the 14th chapter, verse 9. All right, and it says, and the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the BEAST or his image and receive his MARK in his forehead or in his hand, the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of Yahweh, which is poured out without mixture into the cup of his indignation, and he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels and in the presence of the Lamb, man. There is no repentance for you if you take this MARK, man. There ain't nothing but a missile waiting for you with your name in uppercase letters, okay? Full name on there. your first name, your middle name, your nickname, and your last name on that shit, right? So, hey, Lord willing that the lesson was edifying. So with that being said, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahushai, Call Haloyim La Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai, Bahashem Bachakudash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone who rule well. Blessings and salutations to the hopeful elect that scattered abroad. The Akim and the Akwat that was listening in. Yahweh Ratazah, Lord willing that the lesson was edifying. To the next one, Shalom. Shalom, sister Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, Barakatah.